Without the Royal Commission, I think a lot of the actions of the ADF would have been buried, such as my brother's death. I think those serving deserve the truth. And I think for the parents of those considering a career in the ADF, this is the most important information you could potentially hear or get your hands on.
It's really important to shine a light on what is happening to serving personnel and ex-serving personnel. So many of these deaths were preventable. I truly believe that one of the deaths that was preventable was my son. I will never know, but I truly believe it was preventable. But nobody that could do something really cared.
The Royal Commission has given many people an opportunity to speak their truth. The Royal Commission has exposed deep-seated issues and the lack of collaborative efforts between all the people that were meant to be supporting veterans and their families.
Really bringing these issues out into the open has been absolutely fundamental. Now we know that these issues exist and are out, the sunlight has been shone on them, we can actually start to address them. People have had those aha moments. People have had those opportunities to really sit back and reflect on their own practice and what they might be able to do better, or what resources they might need to be able to enhance what they're already doing.
Attending the hearings gave me an opportunity to see how much the Royal Commission has been able to voice what we couldn't, which is why we fought so long and so hard for a Royal Commission in the first place.
I personally have found listening to some of the evidence very disturbing, and I imagine there has been closed evidence that the commissioners have heard be described as just totally and utterly revolting.
Without this Royal Commission, the statistics were never going to change.
The Royal Commission has really shone a light on this issue. I think it has allowed us to have a very mature conversation as a society about what is a very dark and complicated issue for a lot of people.
I believe many of the issues that were brought to light will have been a shock to many of the Australian public who believe that defence personnel are well looked after during their service and after.
I do need to point out that whilst DVA and our system does have hiccups, it is still one of the world best standards for veterans and their families. So I think calling it out is fair, but I think we need to bring defence along that learning curve and make them accountable for these types of injuries and these experiences that people are suffering.
The Royal Commission's been incredibly good at making our community feel heard, letting people tell their stories and feel validated, understood and recognised for the first time ever.
We don't want people to spiral as a result of this Royal Commission. We want them to reflect, but we also want to bring about some degree of confidence or an opportunity to play a part. Everybody in society has an opportunity to play a part in this.
We hope that through this, it will lead to those who are in those positions of power to be able to create meaningful change.